I find myself in a challenging situation regarding my relationship with my boyfriend. After 4 years together, including 2 years of cohabitation, I have recently discovered that he was unfaithful to me with his best friend. With our lease set to expire in just over a week, I have made the difficult decision to move out, as I believe this is the best course of action for my well-being. To provide some background, my boyfriend and his best friend, Tina, had a history as roommates before our relationship began. Although we were friends for 8 years prior to becoming a couple, I often felt uneasy about their connection. Despite my concerns, he consistently reassured me that their relationship was purely platonic. However, I recently noticed a shift in his behavior, which led me to investigate further and ultimately discover the truth about his infidelity. Upon confronting him about the situation, he acknowledged his mistake and expressed deep regret, insisting that it was a fleeting error that held no significance. However, the evidence I found in his messages suggests otherwise, indicating a more complex situation than he portrayed. While he is eager for me to stay and work through our issues, I feel that moving out is a necessary step for me to regain my sense of self and evaluate the future of our relationship. I find myself in a position where I cannot continue in this relationship. The feelings of betrayal, humiliation, and anger are overwhelming, particularly because the person he chose to be unfaithful with was someone who was not only a part of our home but also someone I considered a friend. This individual shared intimate moments with me, reassured me about my insecurities regarding their friendship, and acted as if there was nothing to worry about. It is disheartening to realize that those who seem closest can sometimes be the ones who cause the most pain. After much contemplation, I have made the decision to move on. I have already signed a lease for a new apartment, arranged for movers, and plan to leave next week. I have chosen not to inform him of my intentions until I have vacated the premises. My strategy is to pack and relocate my belongings while he is at work, ensuring that I can leave without confrontation. I intend to leave a letter that outlines my reasons for this decision, as I believe it is important for him to understand my perspective. I am aware that my actions may be perceived as harsh, particularly given his financial struggles. Some friends support my choice to leave without notice, arguing that he must face the consequences of his actions. Conversely, my sister believes I should at least provide him with a warning to help him prepare for the transition. However, I feel that he has forfeited any claim to my sympathy through his betrayal. Ultimately, I must prioritize my own well-being in this situation, regardless of the challenges he may face.
Now we move to the next story.
My sister passed away unexpectedly 3 months ago, leaving behind her 8-year-old son, my nephew, whose father is absent from his life. Since her death, my parents have been pressuring me to take him in, citing their age and inability to raise another child. However, I have chosen to remain child-free, and while I don't have anything against children, I've always been clear about my decision not to become a parent. My husband shares this perspective, and we both recognize that we lack the necessary time, resources, and emotional bandwidth to care for a grieving child. I have communicated to my parents that I am not the right person to take on this responsibility and have suggested alternative arrangements, such as seeking guardianship through a trusted family friend or considering fostering options. Their reaction was one of anger, accusing me of selfishness and abandoning my family. Although my nephew is currently staying with them, it's evident that they are struggling to cope with the situation, and I often feel guilty witnessing their exhaustion. There are moments when I contemplate giving in to their demands, but I know that doing so would not be fair to either my nephew or myself. The emotional turmoil is compounded by my love for my sister, and I feel a sense of failure for not stepping up for her son. Yet, I am acutely aware that I cannot provide him with the stable and nurturing environment he deserves. My parents believe I am merely making excuses, and I find myself at a crossroads, unsure of how to navigate this situation without jeopardizing my relationship with them. The dilemma weighs heavily on me, and I am left questioning whether I am in the wrong for prioritizing my own boundaries and well-being.
Now we move to the next story.
I recently found myself in a situation involving my ex-boyfriend's mother, which has left me questioning whether my actions were appropriate. After ending my relationship with him just before Christmas, I received a message from his mother expressing her concern for my well-being and her desire to see me soon. It became apparent that my ex had not informed his family about our breakup, instead suggesting that my absence from their holiday gathering was due to illness. Upon realizing this, I decided to communicate with my ex about the situation. He responded by stating that he had not yet shared the news with his parents and insisted that it was not their concern. As the new year approached, his mother reached out again, inquiring about my attendance at their family celebration. I felt it was necessary to clarify the situation, so I informed her of our breakup and suggested she speak to her son for further details. This led to a heated exchange with my ex, who was upset that I had disclosed our breakup to his mother. I explained that her outreach prompted my response, and I had not provided any specific reasons for our separation, directing her to him instead. This experience has left me reflecting on the boundaries of communication in relationships and the complexities that arise when family dynamics are involved. Recently, I learned from a mutual acquaintance that my ex-partner has been spreading false information about our breakup, claiming that I was the one at fault due to my supposed instability. This revelation was quite distressing, as it seemed unjust for him to tarnish my reputation while I had chosen to remain silent about the actual circumstances. The truth is that he had consumed excessive alcohol and became physically aggressive during our time together. In response to this situation, I felt it was necessary to share the accurate account of events with our mutual friend, providing photographic evidence of my injuries to substantiate my claims. Additionally, I reached out to his mother to inform her of the reality behind our separation. I expressed my concerns, stating, "I want to ensure you are aware of the true reasons for our breakup, as I have heard he is misrepresenting the situation. Your son has exhibited abusive behavior towards me on multiple occasions, and while I wish you well, I felt it was important to clarify any misconceptions." Following my communication with his mother, my ex-partner reacted with anger, bombarding me with messages and insisting that our past should remain private. His response only reinforced my belief that he was attempting to manipulate the narrative to his advantage, further highlighting the need for me to stand firm in sharing my truth. I had no plans on sharing that with our friends or his family, but when I heard that he was calling me crazy, I felt like it was only fair to say what actually happened.
Thank you for watching. Please let us know what you feel about the stories in the comment section. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss the story that may become your favorite.